y'all? It's your boy K Trades, man. I'm actually on my flight right now, so I figured I might as well just do the analysis video while I'm already on the plane. So, anyway, let's get to it. All right, so today was beautiful. I'm actually kind of mad I didn't catch the whole thing. I only caught like 30, 40, 50% max on some, mind you, I had 681, 682, and 680 calls. But if you go back and look at the video I posted yesterday, I literally called this exact move to a T. What did I tell y'all yesterday, right? What did I say? I said, if all else fails, right? I said, if we do recover, then all this is what? A breakout, retest, continuation, right? Broke out, continuation. Look at this. Even when we zoom in, right? Even if you get a little closer, right, on the 30-minute, look at that. It's beautiful. Boom, breakout, retest, boom, right? Over yesterday's high, or my fault, Friday's high, previously high. So, if you missed this whole move, or if you were taking puts, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I literally told you don't do it. But anyway, all right, let's get into the next move. So, where do we go from here, right? So everybody's wondering. Everybody's still claiming that we have to get this major crash or something like that, but it's not necessarily the case. So, that's what we're going to do. So, always remember, the first thing we do is look left, right? Look left. So, we're right up in here. We're actually at 686.50. So, one second. Sorry, I'm not on the plane. But yeah, so basically all you want to see tomorrow is if we gap up, right? If we gap up, remember we have major resistance at 688 and 690. So in here, all this is major resistance. This is the original all-time high over at 689, right? If you scroll all the way back to the left. So if we do gap up, watch for rejection initially, right, in here. And then if we reject and come back down, watch for the same area that we broke out of today. So if we do break out, remember, break out, retest, continuation. So that's what we're going to be looking for tomorrow. Now, downside, let's say we gap down, or if we do come up here and we start to roll, right? We start to roll, we lose 685, 686. And at that point, you can got to watch for the roll back under 683.5 and back to the 682 level. So another thing to mention now is that we're above all the SMAs, right? We're above all SMAs, all of them. So the thing is, when it comes to trying to short or trying to catch the top on these moves, you can't really do that if we're above certain key levels, right? So one of the key levels being that 680 level, which was this down here. So like I said yesterday, I said we're still bullish above 685 to 688. I mean to 680. So we held, right? We held. There's no reason to argue with that. You can't argue with price action. You got the perfect breakout, retest, and then you got the continuation. So yeah, it couldn't have been more simple. Honestly, I'm just frustrated because I didn't catch the whole move because like I said, I'm traveling. But yeah, so all we're gonna look for, going to tomorrow, keep it super simple, right? The weekly, we already have broken above the previous week's high, so we're gonna make sure we have that previous week's high marked off, right? Previous week's high. So at any point, right? Let's say tomorrow, because it's PPI, I think. Anyway, we have some sort of data tomorrow. So if we were to lose 682, right? 682. So if we're gonna lose 682 at any point, consolidation underneath. Watch for that pullback right into 680, underneath 680, we roll all the way back down, right? So, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty simple one, honestly. It's not gonna be too much going on, especially after this super bullish move. The main thing you're gonna be watching for is pullback entries. Don't chase these entries. Like I said, if we do gap up, don't chase it, right? If we do gap up into that 688, 690, we are gonna leave it alone, right? So, yeah, keep it super simple. This was a very, very crazy day. Look at that. And this was even your confirmation, right? Remember I told you what I told you yesterday, 675, 680. So I said under 675, you have 673, right? Look at the low of day, the pre-market low, 673.77, right? We bounced off of it. We reclaimed 675, right? Reclaimed for hours, attempted to fall below, and then instantly snapped right back up, right? And after we got this first candle, the only way you could have took puts here, and I did try puts right here, was for this, right? Sweep up high. But we never came back down over the previous day close. So that previous day's close was definitely a good level to watch. So same thing we're gonna watch for tomorrow. Previous day close, previous day highs, and last week's highs. So any one of those levels, you're gonna be looking for dip buys, right? We're not looking to short this unless, like I said, if it does get back under, 685, watch for consolidation, come back down to 682-ish, right? So over 682, if we don't hold, if we do hold, push up, and if we push up first, watch for the roll. So keep it. Yeah, it's gonna be super simple. I might even do some live trading tomorrow. So if y'all want me to actually live trade with y'all tomorrow, drop a comment, drop a like, and I'll see what's going on. See how it's looking, stuff like that. But yeah, so keep it simple. Don't do too much. Remember, also watch the VIX and watch DXY, watch the dollar. And watch VIX. SPY. Yeah, this thing's on a run, man. We're only 2% away from all-time high. You really can't beat that with a stick. And mind you, everyone was telling us, oh, it's going down. Mind you, if you go on my Twitter is at ImKTrades. I called the bottom 2 weeks ago, right? I called the short-term bottom 2 weeks ago because look, zoom out, right? When in doubt, zoom out. Look at this channel, right? Bounce off the bottom of the channel. Literally what we did today, right? How we held and then we dipped back down and then took off. Look. The same thing happened, but on the higher time frame. Look at that. Held, dipped, and this is us right now. So just let the market fly, man. Let it go as high as it wants to go. Stop trying to call tops. Stop trying to call, bottoms based on just, oh, it has to, right? I see a lot of people be like, oh, it's up, X amount of dollars. It has to go down. It's not the case. It doesn't have to do anything. But we'll see, right? We'll see. So yeah, if data comes out bad tomorrow and we do pop over. So this is going to be a different type of game plan. If we do gap up crazy, right? So if we gap up crazy over 688, right? We gap up over 688. Same thing. Remember, watch for the hold. Watch for some sort of failure pattern. Watch for something. If it holds this level, we push up to 690, right? Above 690, push back up to 691-ish, right? 691-ish. Now, if we do just blast, continue to go up, keep it level to level. 690, 691, and then that's really 693. So anywhere in here. But like I said, we've been going up so long. We do have a lot of buyers stacked in here. We did have some here. Not 689, my fault. Yeah, here. So 688, really all in here, right? That's where we sold off last time. So it's gonna be some sellers in here. Now, whether we get them or we gap over them, that's gonna be something I can't confirm just yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. So remember, patience is key, right? We break over 688, watch for 690. If we gap up and reject, watch for today's close, right? Today's close is going to be your key if we gap over. If we do gap over, like I said, if we do gap over anywhere here today, then just look for us to come back down, close the gap. Either we close the gap and go, or we close the gap, get back underneath the 686 and roll back over to that 684 level. Underneath that 684, like I said, 683, 682, back down to the breakout zone. So this is where we broke out from. So this has not been tested yet. So if we do pull back, this is gonna be your best buy. So keep it simple. Keep a simple game plan. Downside is even simpler, right? I don't want to go any full downside puts until we lose like 680, right? Like I said, 680 was that main make or break level. So the only way I'm going short is under that. Or like I said, of course, if we can take the intraday shorts. But if data comes out bad and we magically lose all of it, same thing. Consolidation under 680, roll back down 675. By this point, the 5-day SMA will have scooted up all the way up here. So the 5-day will be our new form of support as far as SMAs. So if that holds, then we're good. But yeah, so don't fight the trend. Keep being patient. Remember, watch for the candle close. Stop jumping in trades at open, right? Stop trading at open. It's gonna burn you. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If I do live trading, like I said, drop a comment if you want me to live trade tomorrow. And see you.